Okay, very funny, young lady, very funny. Now, if it's too tacky for you, if you don't want to go to school in it, say so now.
Oh, well, you could just drop her off at the corner. I mean, think of the ribbage you'll get. School kids can be very cruel.
Yeah, so can Joe Public. Come on, in you get. I've got to drive this thing all over town, don't forget. Bye, love.
Bye, love.
Hello? Has the circus come to town or what? Is this a motorised sea or a carnival on wheels?
It's a company car bet, all on the firm. It's what's called a perk. Only given to the chosen few, so your envy is understandable. In fact, I think I know what I'm going to be called from now on. A jerk driving a perk, and you're probably right.
Am I getting it wrong? Or is Kenneth not best pleased with his motorised poster?
Well, you know what he's like.
Oh, a fellow spirit, shy and retiring to a fault. Still, it's money in the bank, isn't it? I mean, that car of yours must be worth a bob or two. There might be something new and sexy in it for you, Rose Petal.
Oh, like what?
Well, like a pair of long johns. What else did you have in mind?
Well, having had time to think about it, I wouldn't mind keeping our own car, then I'd get my licence.
Oh, you want to drive then?
Yeah, I'd like to grow wings, but failing that.
Can be teaching you like.
I suppose so. Not that I've asked him yet. He still wants to get rid. But I do need my own transport, what with my council business and everything. I was hoping he'd realise. Still, if I don't put my best foot forward...
Get in there, kid, before he sells it and buys your bike. See ya.
See ya.
I was going to wear this and look at it.
All right, stop waving it about. You're creating a dress.
All washed and ironed, Kevin, and laid out. Where do I find it? In with the mucky stuff. Now what am I going to wear?
Well, what you've got on looks fine.
I had this on yesterday and the day before. Our Gina has no right pinching my gear. I had enough of that when I was at home. And I'm not standing for it anymore.
What's all the rowing about? Shouldn't you two be at work?
We would be. Well, at least I would be if you hadn't pinched my blouse.
What blouse?
This blouse, Gina. The blouse I plan to wear today, and I've searched the whole flipping house for it. And for Pete's sake, will you put some clothes on?
I've got no clean. If I wash that blouse, can I wear it today, Sal?
Oh, I mean, I've got no chance, have I? And I suppose you've had me blusher and all, haven't you?
I wouldn't use blusher even if I could afford it. Nice little shiner, KW. Did Sally give you that when she caught you pinching her lipstick?
No.
So it wasn't a dream then, was it, eh? You did come creeping into the room, muttering seductive endearments. Mind you, I shouldn't have hit you that hard,
It
should
was
I?
a call of nature.
Nature may be, but you being wed to my sister and that...
3 o'clock in the morning, I'm taking short and some lunatic touched the landing light out and left a chair underneath.
I'm sorry about that, Kev. Bulb went in my bedroom.
Well, it's a wonder you didn't wake up, isn't it? That's unless you have Billy, what's his name, in there with you. Are you ready, Kevin? Can you drag yourself away from that box of cornflakes?
Yeah, best be shifty.
So I can wear this blouse today, can I, Sal? Only Billy's coming round later after he's seen the probation officer and that.
Oh, yeah, of course you can, Gina. You know, and if Billy fancies wearing Kevin's best jacket, you know, feel free.
What gets on my wick is I've never advertised the flat. First of all, I'll get Shirley on the off chance. Then Curly Watts comes in. And then before I can make my mind up, I've got Emily Bishop in calling me a racist.
Oh, I see.
What do you mean, you see? What have you heard?
Well, the way Emily tells it, you had actually offered Curly the tenancy.
Oh, is that what she's broadcasting?
No, she told me in confidence. But if she's right, Alf, you've got to face it. Favouring Curly does seem strange.
No, mate, I've known that lad for ages. Who is this Armitage girl? She's some harum-scarum kid, comes in here for barm cakes now and then.
Yeah, but as I understand it, she was first in the queue.
There is no queue, there's only her and Curly.
Well, that makes it worse.
Well, it's a bit much if you can't be loyal to them as you know.
Yeah, there could be a different meaning put on that, Alf.
Oh, I know, I'm prejudiced. I only see the colour of folks' skin. The fact that I want a bloke upstairs, whether he's black, white or purple, just for security reasons, that's baloney.
Now you sound sexist.
Here, don't you start waving your banner. I wanted you to arbitrate.
Look, Alf, if you want my honest opinion, I think you should give the flat to Shirley.
Yeah, well...
I'm sorry I'm late, Mr. Roberts. It was our Gina. She borrowed my blouse. I could shoot her.
If I heck, Alf, Sally's got a better line in flannel than I ever had. See ya.
It was our Gina, and it's crossed me out. She's driving us potty.
Look, Sally, am I prejudiced? Just look at them shelves. There's stock from all corners of the globe. And why? Because I have to cope for all sorts. Blimey, O'Reilly, a grocer can't afford to be prejudiced.
Hiya, really long?
No, just a minute. I got your lager and a pie. Is that all right?
Oh, smashing you.
Right, about this flat.
For what it matters, I think you should take it.
Are you kidding? I wouldn't take it if he paid me to live there.
OK, suit yourself. We won't change out. People like Alf Roberts don't alter. I know, I've had it since mixed infants.
Well, I think you're wrong. I think it's just being negative.
OK. So a shoulder to shoulder on this. And then what? I'm just a working girl, me. I don't fancy being an issue. In any case, I don't want to drive you back to your digs, to Mrs. Bishop, who'll fuss you to death. If you don't take this flat, will you find another? I don't want you leaving the district. Me. What do I do for a fella?
Having another?
Hey? Oh, Billy, put your money away now. It's my shout. What are you having?
Oh, just a half. Just a half. Thanks very much.
2 halves of bitter, please, Bessie.
OK, lovey.
Gina not with you?
I popped into your house. She threw me out while she does her washing and that.
Oh, you scented the ale and followed your nose, eh?
I was looking for a prayer meeting or something. Is this one of these places of sin, what they call bruisers then?
So they say. Cheers.
Cheers.
There you are, done. Thanks.
How's the fella?
What fella?
Your probation officer.
Oh, him?
How is it?
He's all right. Well, how's yours? Beat you up, does he? Or have you had tea at the father-in-law's lately?
You've met him, have you?
We've had 1 or 2 disagreements. Mind you, I saved him a black eye that would have put yours in the shade. Put my body between him and Gina. She throws a good right hand.
I got this falling over a chair.
Anyway, can't stand around gassing. Thanks for the treat. I'll see you right next time. If you see Gina before I do, can you tell her I'll be around later on?
Hang about, what's the rush? I'm a working man, mate. I've got half an hour yet.
I want to catch the library. Once I get my head in them car manuals, time means nothing. Cheers, Kev.
See you, Billy.
Lightning visit that, weren't it? Who is he, a broker?
His name's Billy Wyatt. He's courting the sister-in-law.
Oh, seems a bright lad. What line's he in?
Outlet's going. Makes him a bit like the rest of us, doesn't it?
Well, it's all going too far. I mean, dig for victory, yes. Careless talk costs lives, certainly. And now those were slogans worth saying. But today you get a couple of football teams. If you come from Marge, you think it's some brewery outfit playing some Japanese car firm.
Yeah, well, look, anyway, apart from all that, I'm open to offers. One slightly used, beautifully cared-for motor car, low mileage, and it's got a new battery.
You serious?
Yeah.
You're selling?
Well, why not? Can't drive 2 cars, can I?
Right, go on, then I'll make you an offer.
Hold on. Is this an auction?
If you're interested.
£2,000.
2 grand?
3.
Well, I'd make an offer only all my money's tied up.
Yeah, hang on, now let's be serious. I've not had it valued yet. I'll get it properly valued this afternoon, and then I'm open to genuine offers.
Hey,
What?
have you had his lordship's blessings?
Give over, buy a car. We'll never get a tandem, will we? I'm dying to get Alec in shorts. I want to sit behind him and watch his little short, fat, hairy legs pumping away.
Oh, ask a daft question.
No. Deirdre wants the flipping car, don't she? There's Ken, nice as ninepence. Does he realise?
Thanks very much, love. Bye. Hi, Jenny. Are you playing hooky or what?
Hey, do you want scragging? Look, I was at home, right, revising. And I go to the kitchen to make myself a jam butty. And what do I find?
No bread.
Hey, Sal, is your sister daft or what?
I beg your pardon?
I mean, she's pegging out in this weather. I know it's fine now, but in 10 minutes it could be chucking it down.
That'll be my blouse, that will, getting shrunk.
It weren't just a blouse, Sal. She's done a line full.
Oh.
I said to her, do you want to use our dryer? And then she said, no thanks all the same. I've already done my hair. She thought I'm an hairdryer.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Jenny. Gina's not dim, and neither am I.
Sisters, there were never such only sisters.
Sally, I'm not shopping. I just wondered if Mr. Roberts was about.
Oh, well, he's gone out on his dinner break. Well, he should be back any minute now, though.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, perhaps you could help me. I suppose you know how I feel about this shameful business of Shirley not getting the flat.
Don't worry. If I'm on anybody's side, I'm on yours.
Really? Oh, well, in that case, perhaps you could help me.
Hello there, Al. Take it you're still a grass widow, then?
Ah, and it's tough going, I'll tell you. It never rains, but it pours.
Oh, turning out to be a long job, then. This relative of Audrey's not popped off, then, yet?
No, well, it's very complicated, you know. Anyway, I hope that whatever happens, I'll have Audrey back with me in the next few days. Oh, will you excuse me? I'll see you later.
Okay, sure.
Excuse me, miss. Can I have a word with you?
Make it snappy then.
Yeah, well, you likely know I've had words with Mrs. Bishop and I've had words with Curly.
And they both got it wrong. You are not and never have been prejudiced.
Look, the colour of your skin never entered me.
You sure?
It's just that I thought you couldn't afford it.
I don't remember the rent being mentioned. What would it have been then? 15 quid for curler, 20 for me.
It'd be 20 for whoever gets it.
Well, I am more than curler.
Yeah, well, the rent doesn't come into it, love. It's just the matter that you're a single girl.
Oh, what was Bet Lynch then? Or perhaps it's just single girls with morals you don't think.
Yeah, now, steady on.
Look, you tie yourself in knots, Mr. Robert. But there's no need to explain. It's your flat. Do what you like with it.
Hey, has Emily Bishop just been?
Yeah.
What does she want?
Well, she wanted a word with you, but she did ask me a few things.
About what?
About the flat, about what the terms were, about how long Kevin and I
Of
had
all
had
the
it.
flipping cheek, what's it got to do with her? You didn't tell her out, I hope.
Well, I don't see why not. It's no secret.
But what's she after, anyway?
Well, at the death of it, when I'd given her a chapter and verse about it all, well, she did say that she needed to get her facts right.
Well, the facts are I'm going to have to practically double it. I've no option. I mean, I let you live here dirt cheap because you were working here. I suppose you'll be running to the papers now.
No, I don't think so. But, well, what she did say was that, well, she might feel bound to go to the race relations people.
I bet he tried it on, didn't he? Come on. Midnight patrol touch, was it? Swift creep around, move over, I'm coming aboard, huh?
If Kev pulled a stunt like that, he'd get more than a black eye.
Oh, yeah. You'd bite him to death.
Not everybody's got your nerve, you know, Billy.
Nerve? I'm all shoulder pads. They're dead lucky, you know, aren't they?
Who are?
Kev and Sal. There they are, a job each. And here's us. We haven't even got one between us.
You should have come down to the job centre with us today. They went out for me, but you might have found something.
Nigel Mansell need a mechanic, does he?
No, and they're not taking no fashion models on either. That's next week. Still, there was some good opportunities in dishwashing.
Oh, great.
Still, it's better than dreaming, isn't it? I mean, look, Billy, if we ever want to get this place of our own, we're going to have
I
to...
saw this film in a box. Bloke about my age, working in a factory making bikes. It was in the 50s. He thought it was death. Me, I'd kill for it.
You may know your engine's backwards, Billy, but you've had no training, have you?
Got the magic touch. All I need is a chance.
You and your magic touches, eh?
Oh.
I'm sorry to intrude, but if you can spare a minute or two.
By all means. Come in.
I've got a shop to look after, so I won't beat about the bush. As I understand things, you're starting some sort of crusade against me.
Crusade's a bit strong, but I'm certainly not prepared to let the matter drop.
You seem to be taking this very personally. I mean, anybody would think I turned you down.
Alf, be sensible. Shirley's desperate for accommodation. Is Norman? She's a steady wage earner. All Norman's got is a grant, plus what he makes from his doorstep selling, which is practically nothing these days.
All right. Now, let me ask you a question. If Norman took the flat, would you offer Shirley his room?
Oh, whether or not it would have nothing to do with the fact that she's black.
Now, honestly, Emmy, nothing to do with it.
Nothing.
Yeah, well, it seems to me that more people deny these feelings than...
You might not remember this, but I did foster 2 little black children for quite some time.
Oh, and that makes you Miss Wonderful and me a dyed-in-the-wool bigot.
Well, the way you've been acting...
Let's face it, Emily, are your motives so pure? Because if Shirley does take the room, you keep your prize lodger. Anybody knows that you think you're his mother?
Maybe they're right, because I am very fond of Norman. But my feelings aren't important, and neither are yours, Alf, because we're not the victims. Shirley's the victim of your prejudice.
For the umpteenth time, I am not prejudiced. I'll tell you how I feel. I feel pestered. I feel pestered to death. Because if there's been any bias, I've tried to do something about it. I went to see Shirley not an hour ago, and all I got was a load of wisecracks.
Well, I suppose that's the only way she can cope.
Oh, by the way, I had an offer this lunchtime. Alan Bradley seemed quite interested.
In what?
In the car.
He's nipped in a bit sharpish, hasn't he? And anyway, do we have to sell? Tracy, love, will you just go and seek some peas before they boil over? And then nick next door to Auntie Emily's, see if she's got a leaf or two of fresh mint.
No, errands.
Go on.
No, it wasn't just Ellen. I had bet-making bids as well.
Well, I reckon we ought to hang on for a bit.
Well, I certainly wouldn't sell to bet. The roads are dangerous enough as it is. Mind you, I don't think she was serious. It sounded like one of her mysterious little sendos.
I don't see why Bet couldn't be a perfectly good driver. Not that I want you to sell the car to her any more than I think you should sell to Alan.
Just a minute. I don't get this. I mean, who did you have in mind?
Well, who do you think?
I don't know.
Me.
You?
Yeah, to use, to get about, instead of all these taxis I keep charging on the rates.
But you can't drive, love.
Come in, number 9.
Oh, well, you could learn, I suppose, but,
Aha. Light dawns, the penny drops.
I don't believe it. If I stayed up until midnight, there'd still be somebody wanting to get in this blooming shop. Oh, it's you. I hope you've calmed down.
Look, Mr. Roberts, I've come here to talk business, and I'm prepared to be rational.
Now, look, lad, I had a word with Mrs. Bishop, and I held my hand up that I might have appeared to be a bit biased.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. I've come straight from college.
So, you see, it was all something about nothing. I just thought I was being practical. But who knows? I mean, this race thing cuts very deep, you know. We're none of us immune. Anyway, the upshot is that if Shirley wants the flat, she can have it.
Well, have you spoken to Shirley about it?
Well, not since I made my mind up, no.
Oh, well, you see, the thing is, I've changed mine.
I don't believe
Well,
it.
I've talked to Shirley about it and thought it all through, and I'd like to reapply.
Oh, no, not on your Nelly. I'm not going to be dropped on again, not for you and a King Tut.
Well, you wouldn't be dropped on. I've talked to Shirley about it, and she's happy.
Oh, I see. So it's all right for you and Shirley to talk about my flat, but I can't. What happens if I turn you down again? I'll be up for discrimination against students, will I?
Look, Mr. Roberts, it's just the difference between a rational choice and an irrational choice.
Oh, is it? Right, well, I'll say one thing and then I've finished. It's £20 a week rent, and the tenant pays the gas and electricity bills. And who that might be, you can sort out between the two of you. Now, I want to know quickly, because otherwise it'll be in the paper, and that'll be that.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, mate. Got a rush job on. Fella needed his motor for work. Where's the sexual threat?
If you mean Gina, her and Billy the kid have gone out. They're probably doing their first mugging, Kev, right now.
It's not that bad when you get talking to him.
Yeah. Well, he's been in trouble, Auntie. I don't know what, but cause it just makes jokes about it all the time.
We've got something in common anyway, me and Billy. We both love you, don't we?
That's it, you see. How can I send our Gina back home so he can beat her about?
Yeah.
How long can she stop here, though?
If you kicked it out, you know where she'd live. Billy's place, that's for sure.
Yeah. That's next door to the gutter, that is, isn't it?
It's up to you.
Yeah. Well, it's just Billy skulking about all the time.
He might get a job. Believe he's interested in mechanics. Could ask around here and there, see if he's outgoing.
Yeah. Well, at least if she's under our roof, we can try and talk a bit of sense into her. Oh, listen to us, Kev, at our tender age. We're like a couple of social workers.
Thank you, Betty. Thank you very much.
I say, Mrs. Turpin. What? Hey, there's been bother between Mr. Roberts and Mrs. Bishop.
That's news to me.
Ah, well, you know, I only heard whispers like, but being a chap has kept his ear to the ground.
You want to watch it, it can cripple you back.
No, joking apart, I think it's about that flat over at shop. From factory's been after it, you know. Shirley somewhat or other, and Mr. Roberts had said no colours.
Well, I think that's a shame. I mean, can he do it?
Oh, he's in a minefield. I mean, I've been busy waxing my floors, otherwise I'd have weighed in with Mrs. Bishop. No, I'm red hot on the finer points of the law.
Yeah, good. I'm very sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, that's life, really. Anyway,
Well, yeah, I was sort of banking on it. So, I can't persuade you then. You're not selling.
Sorry, no, blame the two-car family syndrome. Myself, I think the family that drives together stays together. But Deirdre wants a licence, and with all the extra allowances she's got, I think we can afford it.
You're splashing out a bit, aren't you?
Just fancy the motor, that's all.
We've got mine.
No, love, you've got yours. I just have a lend of it.
No.
It's not a moan, it's a statement of fact. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's a darts knockout on tonight, and I put my name down.
It fetches me out, then goes off chucking darts.
Well, I feel like chucking something. Right, lads.
What did you say about the family that drives together? Oh, I reckon I could just about wangle a limo out of the valley. We're very sympathetical at the moment.
Yes, I've noticed.
Mind you, I'd only have it about a week. You'd have me taxi cabin or something.
No, seriously though, let's make a competition out of it.
Give over. Practice you've likely had. You must be next door to passing already.
I'm a complete novice. Ken don't like you talking to him while he's driving. He gets neurotic if you fiddle with radio. Hey, listen, I'll tell you what, when I go and pick my provisional driving licence form up, I'll get you one. Be great, swapping notes.
Not to mention driving instructor. Well, I'm tempted, but I can't see it myself. You see, I'm a menace with a vac. A parachute course to be safer. Give up.
Pint of bitter, please, love.
Hello, love. Have you had a good day?
What? If you knew the half of it.
Oh, I won't ask you about Audrey then.
Audrey? Who's Audrey?
I hear Emily Bishop's run after your blood.
Well, if you must know, we did have a difference anyway. It got a bit heated, but it's all sorted now.
So Shirley's going to be a new tenant then, is she?
Well, it's between her and Curly. I'll let it up to them. Anyway, I saw Emily on the way here, and she seems quite happy.
She's not going to be too pleased if Curly leaves.
Look, that's her problem. I had quite enough of folks' finer feelings being thrust down my throat.
Yeah.
Am I hearing right? Is my information correct? Is prejudice going to rear its ugly head in this street? Because be warned, if so, I'll have no truck with it.
I say, do you mind, Percy? Can I just finish this pint in peace?
I'm just letting you know what you're up against, Councillor that was. I'm backing Mrs Bishop on this issue.
There is no issue. The war's over.
I mean, I served with the Gurkhas. Fine fighting men they were.
Listen, Percy, if Curly Watts does take this tenancy, we're going to need the Gurkhas round here to look after Emily. In the house by herself and a bandit like you roaming round. Clue him up, will you, love? I haven't got the patience.
Right. Hey, leave him.
Right then, so that's settled. You take the flat and I'm the first invite. I'm the girl who comes to dinner. Oh, listen, you have to feel good about this, you know.
Oh, I do feel good about it. Got my own space, my freedom. Even got my first date lined up.
You have to mean it. No guilt. No going off me because you feel guilty.
Oh, look, what's the point? Of course I feel guilty. I'm bound to feel guilty. It wouldn't be right if I didn't. By rights, that flat should be yours. I think you should take it and I'll be the one ringing the bell.
It wouldn't work that way. I know you. You wouldn't turn up. You'd feel all inadequate or something, like it was always my tree.
Look, if I moved into that flat, it'd be like a cop-out. It's like dodging an issue.
I don't want to be an issue.
Look, if we lived in a sane society, you'd be in that flat now.
Yeah, on me Todd, knitting carpets.
Knitting what?
Carpets, chairs, because I couldn't afford them. All I've got is a pot plant.
I'm not a millionaire, you know. I can't even knit.
I'll teach you to knit then.
What's all this about knitting? Look, I want to be serious.
I'm being serious. Hey, it's just hit me like a ton of bricks. Don't you see? Well, it needn't be your flat or mine. Could be ours. We could share.
And by the way, The Equalizer is coming to Plus starring Edward Woodward. The series begins on Monday night at 10 o'clock. Next on Plus, is Beryl working for Arthur really a good idea? No Place Like Home, moments away.